say.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Let's go racing, boys. Love it when they're drafting, love it when they slide, love it when the back's straight, the throttle's open wide. Love it when they're making lots and lots of noise. Can't wait to hear the W say.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Let's go racing, boys. NASCAR racing, boys. Let's go racing, boys. NASCAR racing, boys. Oh yeah!
And welcome everybody to the fourth chase race of the Mobil 1 Cup Series. Well, we had a Truck Series race that was really exciting yesterday. Robert Band took the win in that race and is now the new points leader. And now we know that it's pretty much going to come down to 3 to decide the championship for the Oreo Truck Series. Robert Band, Nick Eggleston, and Alex Filter, only 14 points separating those 3. They're pretty much going to be the 3 contenders to fight it out at Homestead for the Oreo Truck Series championship. But here today, we've actually got our front 3 in the points today, separated by only 7 points. And the points leader, Sean Gallagher, you see there, is rolling off on the outside of the front row. Wyatt Johnston there, he's trying to get back into contention, and he's 8th in the standings, 35 points back. But let's go through the points right now, or actually go through the starting lineup. We'll give you the points down on the bottom of the screen. But we got Wyatt Johnston, as we mentioned, 8th in the standings, alongside points leader Sean Galligan. Galligan ended up having a pretty tough race last week at Texas, is trying to bounce back here today, and Matthew Rodriguez kind of just hanging there in the wings. He's 7 points back, 3rd in the standings, and he's rolling off on the inside of row number 2. Then we got Robert Band, who went to victory lane the Truck Series race. He's rolling off there in 4th. Lisa Shears in 5th. 6th, Daniel Schwab. Patrick Scroggins in 2nd. Anthony Notter will roll off in 8th. 9th's going to be Cody Hoffman, and making his return is Jake Berg, actually in the 18 car today. He's going to be driving that car and the 20 car in the Snickers Cup Series for the last 2 races here for Season 1. Then we got another chase contender, Kenny McCurry. He is 32 points out, 7th in the standings, so a good run today could put him into contention. We'll see. And then we got Evan Nugent. He'll start to the outside. Then it's Alex Filter and Martin Zakala. Noel Stiller, who is right now 5th in the standings, 21 points out. He still has a chance to get back into contention. He'll roll off alongside Nick Eggleston. Then we got Andrew Gonzalez and Arnold Columbia. John Worry and Christian James, who comes in 4th in the standings, 17 points out of the lead. Then it's Cody Poe and Philip Stiller, Timmy Pacioli, and Chad Skinner. Skinner is in the chase, but he's well out of it. He's, I believe, 85 points out of the lead, 12th in the standings. Then we got Joseph Bryant and Logan Wilson to his high side. Then James Bald, 3 points back from points leader Sean Galligan. He's 2nd in the standings, but he's starting quite a ways back. He'll have to fight his way through quite a bit of traffic in order to get up there and challenge Galligan for the points lead. Then we got Angel D'Souza hit to his outside. Then it's Jake Cole and Dougie Shears. Shears is 23 points out of the lead, 6th in the standings. Brittany Poe and Alyssa Quackenbush. Then Adam Rose, Barry Zuckerkorn, Adam Chambers, Paola Gonzalez, Noah Cars, Vincent Marsh, Mark George, Alex Ban, who is pretty much out of the chase, 50 points out, 11th in the standings. These other ones also kind of out of the chase if based mathematically. Steve Marsh there, he's 9th in the standings, 39 points out, and Anthony McCurry is also pretty much out of the chase, 44 points back, 10th in the standings. But we have some chasers up front, chasers in the back. Going to be interesting to see if Sean Galligan can remain consistent, get a finish here today that'll keep him the points lead, because Robert Band, if I'm not mistaken, I'll look here back in my notes, Robert Band came in 5th in the standings in the Truck Series race, left the points leader. So that really shows how Phoenix is kind of playing out as far as the chase standings are going, and we'll see if it's going to do the same here in the Mobil 1 Cup Series. Well, Wyatt Johnston does have a chance to get back into chase contention. So too does Kenny McCurry. So does Doug Shears, Noel Stiller, and Christian James. All 5 of them could end up getting back into chase contention. Now, there are 2 ways that can happen. 1, they get a really good finish. Or 2, drivers 1 through 4, Galligan, Bald, Rodriguez, and Janes run into trouble. That could put them into contention to possibly challenge for the championship when we get to Homestead. Really looking forward to see how this race is going to shape as far as the points and how far back a person is going to be from the points leader, because as we mentioned, 14 points separating the top 3 in the Truck Series race when they left Phoenix. Might be having something very similar to that today, and maybe with more than 3 drivers. So the command to fire engines has been given. We'll have 32 laps of racing here today, twice as many laps as we had in the Truck Series event, which means twice the chances that a chase contender could either have their championship hopes dashed, or a championship or a chase contender that's up at the top could end up falling down and give an opportunity for drivers from about 5th on down to be able to make their way up into chase contention when we hit Homestead. So the pace car peels off. We are ready. It is an all-chasers front row. Wyatt Johnston and points leader Sean Galligan. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Wow, Wyatt Johnston did get a good start off there, and Galligan's going to slide right there in the second position. Good strategy by the Sean Galligan machine. And now he's looking for the lead. Here comes Galligan. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 3rd in the standings, so he needs a good run here today to remain consistent in order to battle it out for the championship as well. And the caution is waving. Oh, Galligan nailed the wall right there. Caution is out. It's for Alyssa Quackenbush. There's Doug Shears, Angel D'Souza, Cody Poe, Alyssa Quackenbush, Anthony McCurry. Timmy Pacioli's got some damage, so does Nick Eggleston. Oh, look at this! Andrew Gonzalez, Cody Hoffman, Evan Nugent. I saw another race car. Oh, Noel Stiller. Mark George. James Bald looks like he made it through there. A little bit of damage to Daniel Schwab. Vincent Marsh is on pit road. Brittany Poe, Jake Cole, Angel D'Souza, Joseph Bryant. There's Dougie Shears. His chase hopes dashed here today. There's Cody Poe, Andrew Gonzalez, smoking. Noah Carr's doing the same. Coming down pit road are some other race cars there. Nick Eggleston. Eggleston, who's in contention for the championship in the Truck Series. Anthony McCurry, Anthony Nodder. There's Mark George, Nugent, Noel Stiller, Cody Hoffman. Let's watch the guy who comes in 5th in the standings, Noel Stiller. Damage doesn't look too bad to the DuPont Chevrolet. Let's see if they're going to try and get him repaired and get him back out there. Looks like they will. If Galligan or Janes or somebody runs into problems, if Noel Stiller's able to get the car repaired, get out there, run some laps, and stay out of trouble, he could end up getting a decent finish today and maybe get into chase contention, even with a damaged race car. Let's see what brought out the caution. Well, I think Noel Stiller may have been the start of it, maybe turning the Alex Filter machine down to the infield. No, it happened further up here. Oh, contact there between Nodder and Scarlett. Yeah, Stiller came up the racetrack. Collected his teammate Martin Zakala. Andrew Gonzalez had nowhere to go. Look at Christian Janes. He's 4th in the standings. Sliding around, trying to find a line. Does he? Well, I think he kind of saved it there. You see Pacioli, Angel D'Souza, Jake Cole, Brittany Poe. They're all up into the fence. And I'm not certain how Joseph... Oh, Zuckerkorn got a piece of that. Not certain how Joseph Bryant got caught up in something here. There's the 70 car. Let's see if we can find out why he was involved in a wreck. I didn't see much going on around him. Oh, here we go. There's a wreck further up here. Looks like Anthony Nodder was one of the cars involved. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, just a little bit of... I think kind of Daniel Schwab got squeezed up into the fence right there. Yeah, it just comes down, Nodder right beside him. And Evan Nugent got a hard hit there. So did Cody Hoffman, getting turned down to the inside wall. Jake Berg in his return. Oh, he got a piece of that. And then you're going to see Joseph Bryant get involved right about here. Nodder's trying to turn his race car around, and Bryant is just there. Wow, that took a lot off that race car. And how about James Bald making his way through there? Man, oh man, look at that. Oh my goodness. misses Joseph Bryant and everything. Comes in second in the standings, and that's going to really help him as far as making sure he's going to stay in chase contention. Good job by James Bald. So a big wreck starting off this race, involving cars such as Evan Nugent, Cody Hoffman, Anthony Nodder, Andrew Gonzalez, Dougie Shears is out, Joseph Bryant, Noah Cars, Jake Cole, Brittany Poe, Angel D'Souza, and Vincent Marsh, all retired. It's going to be Wyatt Johnston, Sean Galligan, Matthew Rodriguez, Lisa Shears, Patrick Scroggins, Kenny McCurry, Robert Band, Daniel Schwab, Alex Filter, and Jake Berg to get us back underway. Green flag is back out. There's Anthony Nodder right there. He is 31st on the racetrack, but he is still running on the racetrack, so that is going to be key for the DuPont Chevrolet to make sure that he's going to at least be able to maybe challenge for championship contention. Whoa! Up ahead there, McCrory and, Eggleston and Stiller. Oh, man. There's no way they're going to get that fixed. Caution is out. Oh! Little contact between teammates there. But the caution's waving. And there's Noel Stiller. That's not going to be able to be fixed now. Oh, man, he was trying to do the strategical thing, stay out, gets caught up in that wreck, and, I don't want to point fingers, but I think that may have been a payback, courtesy of Anthony McCurry to Nick Eggleston. We'll see. Let's look at the replay. Now, see, here's what I mean where I think that it's payback. They're coming off of turn number 2. Eggleston gets into the back of Anthony McCurry right here. Nearly turns him around. McCurry is able to save it right there. Car goes into a slide. Now here's where I think that there's payback. Watch how the 36 just drives up the racetrack right there. And continues to drive. Look at that. Yeah, he's pushing the 4 up the racetrack. There is some contact there, and Noel Stiller was just back there just riding, and oh, man. Man, you gotta feel for the DuPont team. They tried so hard to make sure that he'd be able to stay in chase contention, and then this happens. Luckily, the wreck occurred at the back of the pack, but very unlucky for Noel Stiller, and going to be interesting to see what NASCAR does with Anthony McCurry based on what we just saw there during the replay. Well, while we were watching that whole thing occur and watching Noel Stiller's progress, Sean Galligan, the points leader, took the lead. He's got it over Matthew Rodriguez. Patrick Scroggins has moved up to 3rd. Wyatt Johnston has slid back to the 4th position, and Lisa Shears is 5th. Then we got Kenny McCurry, Robert Band, Alex Filter, Daniel Schwab, and Chad Skinner is up to the 10th position. Even though he's out of chase contention, still a good run for the Target Dodge. In 11th is Philip Stiller. John Worry runs in 12th. James Bald is up there in the 13th position, so all three in the top 10, the 3 drivers in the top 3 in the standings running in the top 13. Actually, the top 4 in the standings running in the top 16. We'll see that in just a moment. Then we got Adam Chambers in 14th, Adam Rose in 15th. There's Christian James, 4th in the standings. He's running 16th. Paolo Gonzalez 17th, Alex Ban in 18th. 19th is R. Columbia, and Martin Zakala runs in 20th. Make that Jake Berg is in 21st. 22nd is Steve Marsh. Alyssa Quackenbush in 23rd, Cody Poe 24th, Timmy Pacioli 25th. Logan Wilson is in 26th, 27th is Mark George, 28th is his teammate Barry Zuckerkorn, then it's Anthony McCurry 29th, Nick Eggleston in 30th. Out of the race is Noel Stiller after that wreck. Real tough break for him. That takes him out of championship picture. Dougie Shears has also retired, I believe, and he is out of chase picture. Right now, only drivers that have a chance to even make it up into the chase picture that right now look like they may be out of it are Kenny McCurry and Wyatt Johnston. And we mentioned Johnston's running, I believe, back in the 4th position. Kenny McCurry in the 8 is running in the 6th position. Okay, so they've got a chance, provided that they're able to get better finishes than Galligan, Rodriguez, James, and Bald. But it's still early. Galligan could certainly find trouble. So could Matthew Rodriguez. So could James Bald, and so could Christian James. So you can't count out Wyatt Johnston and Kenny McCurry yet. Kenny McCurry comes in 32 points behind Galligan. Johnston comes in 35 points behind Galligan. It can be done. Just have to remain on the racetrack and try and miss every wreck. And I don't think we're through with wrecks either. How about Patrick Scroggins? A good run for the 7 car. He's there in that 3rd position right now. Green flag is out. Galligan, the points leader, is the race leader heading into turn number 1. He's got some damage to the right side of that Office Depot Ford. Remember, we saw him smack the wall there earlier. And here comes Matthew Rodriguez. He held off Patrick Scroggins there for the moment. And now he's trying to get to the inside of Galligan. That would be for the lead. Here he is, taking a peek to the inside. Galligan in the fence. Oh! Oh, man, that's close. Oh, my goodness. Oh, watch out. Matthew Rodriguez stuck to the high side now. And look at Robert Ban. He's won here. Oh, caution's out. Caution's waving. And again. Oh, James Bald. We just mentioned him. He's got damage to the rear of his M&M's Ford. Second in the standings. John Worry is involved as well. Now, it looks like it's a 2-car incident that puts us under the caution flag. Most notably, second in the standings, James Bald. Let's see what happened. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if it's just the desert heat or what, but payback seems to be coming in all shapes and sizes. There you see James Bald into the back of John Worry. Worry then slides down to the inside, and then watch this. 12 car comes up the racetrack, clips the 38, and sends the both of them up the racetrack and into the fence. Now, I don't know if NASCAR is going to hand out penalties here, but we've had 2 different incidents here where we've had drivers kind of getting really angry, tempers flaring. We had it with Anthony McCurry and Nick Eggleston. Now we're having it with James Bald and John Worry. Boy, what else are we in store for here today at Phoenix? Well, even though we had the caution flag, no cars retired from the race. Here's the way they line up for the restart. It's Galligan, Rodriguez, Scroggins, Kenny McCurry suddenly showing up in the 4th position. Good run today for the Budweiser Chevrolet. Lisa Shears is up to 5th. Robert Band, he's won the Truck Series race here last night, so he would love to be able to maybe go 2 for 3 or maybe even go 3 for 3 this race weekend. He runs in 6th. Wyatt Johnston, he's been on a free fall in the last 2 restarts. He's now back to 7th. Alex Filter is up to 8th. 9th is Chad Skinner. And Philip Stiller runs in the 10th position. There you see the car of Christian James. He is 14th on the racetrack. He's 4th in the standings. And at the very back of this field, there's James Bald, 30th on the racetrack for the guy who comes in 2nd in the standings. But it is Sean Galligan still out in front. Green flag is out, and we're back underway here at Phoenix. Matthew Rodriguez gave him quite a run there, and it got really, really close. He almost turned Galligan off of one of those turns, and now he's trying to close in yet again, maybe try and put a move on Galligan for the lead. Here he comes. He's got a good run here, heading into turn 3. Can he get to the inside? Looks like he's going to try. Not this time. Doesn't look like he'll be able to this. Well, here he comes. Galligan slaps the wall. Rodriguez and he make more contact, and Rodriguez slips by for the lead. How about Matthew Rodriguez hanging on to that baby to take the lead over? And look at Patrick Scroggins coming to the inside for 2nd. Nope, not going to be able to get it because the caution's waving yet again. Oh, Jake Berg and his return's involved. Martin Zakala is involved as well. Heavy damage to the Interstate Battery Chevrolet. Tough break for Jake Berg, making his return to the NNSCRA after missing several races due to an injury. But he is involved along with Martin Zakala. Let's see what puts both those cars into pit road. Well, let's see where the contact starts. It may happen with Alyssa Quackenbush getting into the 18 maybe. Let's see if there's contact right here. 13 car is on the back bumper. The 18, yeah, it just kind of turns the 18 of Matt Berg. He saves it here. But then I think he ends up either clipping the inside wall or comes up the racetrack. Yeah, he just comes back up the racetrack. There's nothing he can do. He's sliding up into Alyssa Quackenbush. And Zakala's just an innocent victim as well. Cody Poe may have gotten some of that. He's got some front end damage. And then you'll notice, coming into your screen very shortly, is the James Bald machine. There he is. second in the standings, making his way through this. The M&M's Ford. Well, if you're just joining us, you've missed out on quite a bit. We've got some chase contenders that have found the garage area already. Dougie Shears and Noel Stiller are two of them, who came in 5th and 6th in the standings. Sean Galligan and has been very good, the points leader. He is 2nd right now. He's led a few laps. Matthew Rodriguez, who came in 3rd in the standings, he is right now the leader. Christian James is running very well. He's in the top 15 right now. And James Bald, who came in 2nd in the standings, has found some problems. He is back around the 25th position. Cars out of the race as a result of this wreck. Obviously, Martin Zakala and Matt Berg, the two that were involved in this last wreck. But how about Matthew Rodriguez? The pass he made on Galligan, was able to save it after Galligan slapped the wall and bounced down into him. Matthew Rodriguez is out in front. Then it's Galligan, Scroggins, Lisa Shears, Robert Band, Kenny McCurry, Alex Filter, Philip Stiller, Wyatt Johnston, and Chad Skinner. Green flag is back out. And man, did Matthew Rodriguez get a run or what? I don't know if Galligan spun the tires or what, but oh man, he's way back here. And oh, contact between Galligan and Scroggins. Galligan is in the wall. Scroggins is as well. Oh, Galligan gets nailed by Daniel Schwab. Paolo Gonzalez, Mark George, they're all piling in. Oh man, Alyssa Quackenbush, Barry Zuckerkorn, Christian James. At a spin further up, it's Adam Chambers and Alex Filter, I think. It is indeed Filter. Oh my. Absolutely unbelievable. Galligan, the points leader, caught up in this. So was Christian James. Drivers came in 1st and 4th in the standings. Let's see why we're under the caution. A big wreck here. Scroggins, who was having a good run, also caught up in this. Well, even after this, Galligan has not retired from the race. He is sitting on pit road idle right now as they're repairing his race car. But watch this. They're 4 wide off turn 2. Scroggins just kind of squeezes Galligan up there. You know, there's no room. There was no room there at all. Nothing wrong that Scroggins did. But a tough break for him. Look at Kenny McCurry. He gets a little bit of that there. But then here comes the part that really was hard for Galligan. He hits Scroggins, comes down, just blocks the way for Daniel Schwab, and bam! You'll see Christian James come into the picture here. He makes it through, it looks like, but we'll see how he got caught up in something. He had some damage, it looked like. And then you see Logan Wilson get into Paolo Gonzalez. Gonzalez right into Schwab. Logan into Gonzalez. George into Wilson. Quackenbush into George. Barry Zuckerkorn nowhere to go. But I'm very curious as to know why Christian James was involved in something. Oh, there he is. Did he get turned by Steve Marsh? No, he got turned by Alex Ban. Right here. Ban kind of wants to enter into the... I don't know. Did Ban flat out wreck the 66? I don't know. That looked like it was a complete turn to the right and wreck the guy beside you kind of a turn that Alex Ban did there. So tempers continue to flare here today. Wow, did you see Columbia just missed the 66? Man, things getting very interesting here at Phoenix, and we're getting close to the end of this race. Alright, so they're lined up, getting ready to go green in just a matter of a few laps. It'll be a little bit, because they've got to really get the damage cleaned up from all the debris and everything from that previous wreck that we just saw that involved points leader Sean Galligan, who, by the way, has not retired from this race. So he is still in this thing as far as points go. Now, just a minute. I've got to get my sheet here that has the point standings on it. Here we go. Just got to see here for previous race winner. I don't remember if Rodriguez has gone to victory lane or not yet. I don't think he has. I don't think he's gone to victory lane in this series yet. He may have, but I don't remember it. Nonetheless, Matthew Rodriguez is the leader. Then we've got Robert Ban, who went to victory lane in the Truck Series race yesterday, so he knows how to win here. Lisa Shears, Philip Stiller, Chad Skinner, that's the top 5. Top 10 is Wyatt Johnston, Kenny McCurry, Alex Filter, his teammate Adam Rose, and Alex Ban. Then you got Steve Marsh, Timmy Pacioli, James Bald's up there in 13th. Then it's Arnold Columbia 14th, and the top 15 is comprised with Cody Poe, John Worry, Anthony McCurry, Nick Eggleston, Christian Janes and Patrick Scroggins. That's the top 20. Then we got Adam Chambers, Logan Wilson, Mark George, and Sean Galligan has gone to the garage area. It looked like they were going to try and get repairs done to his race car, but they have pushed him back behind the wall. So Matthew Rodriguez has a chance here today to possibly take the points lead and run away with it heading into Homestead. Green flag in the air. Let's see what's going to happen here. Can Robert Band close in on Matthew Rodriguez? He's not really close enough at this point. Rodriguez with the lead. If a caution comes out, I think we would be able to have one more restart. But we are still clean and green right now. With Matthew Rodriguez out in front. Oh! Lisa Shears gets turned back there! And she saved it somehow. Wow! Good save by Lisa Shears. Are we still green? No, we are not. John Worry is slowed. But Matthew Rodriguez is out in front right now. Oh, he kind of scrapes the wall there. But he leads. Robert Band second with Philip Stiller third. Steve Marsh is up to fourth. And Kenny McCurry is up in the fifth position. Let's see why we are underneath the caution flag once again. Well, John Worry just kind of comes up on the Timmy Pacioli machine. Pacioli hits the wall right there and just makes a little contact with the 12 car. 12 goes into a spin, makes contact there with Cody Poe, and that sends him spinning around. But I don't think he hit the inside wall. I think he kind of saves it right here. No, car keeps spinning. Does he hit the wall, though? No, he's able to slow it down before it hits the inside wall, so a good save by John Worry. But that puts us under the caution flag yet again. I think we're going to have either green-white checkered or a one-lap shootout to decide this race. Well, it is going to be a one-lap shootout to decide this race. Here's the way they line up for the restart and the final lap. Matthew Rodriguez leads. Second is Robert Band. Philip Stiller third. Steve Marsh fourth. And Kenny McCurry in fifth. Sixth is Chad Skinner. Lisa Shears is up to seventh. Wyatt Johnston eighth. Alex Band in ninth. And Arnold Columbia is up to 10th. And in 11th is Alex Filter. Adam Rose runs in 12th. James Bald still there in 13th. He comes in second in the standings right now. Then we got Timmy Pacioli. He's 14th. 15th is Patrick Scroggins. The rest of the cars on the racetrack are Adam Chambers, Anthony McCurry, Logan Wilson, Christian Janes, Nick Eggleston, Mark George, John Worry, and Cody Poe is 23rd. He's the last car on the racetrack. It'll be a one-lap shootout. Rodriguez, Band, Stiller, Marsh, and McCurry to decide this race. Green flag is out. Boy, did Matthew Rodriguez get a run right there. He's pulling away from Robert Band, but Band, could he mount a charge and catch the 25? We'll see. He's got one lap to do it. Matthew Rodriguez could leave the points leader here today if he's able to win this race. Robert Band will not be able to close in on him, I do not think. Off turn 4 for the final time. Another chaser goes to victory lane. It is Matthew Rodriguez winning at Phoenix. And a new points leader, I do believe. Wow, look at this hornet's nest coming down here. This is coming down after the checkered flag comes out. And I think Robert Band got credited with second. Yep. Steve Marsh third, Kenny McCurry in fourth, and Chad Skinner. Good run for him in fifth. Let's take a look at the finishing order as Matthew Rodriguez goes to victory lane. He will undoubtedly take the points lead, and I'm trying to work calculator here. He would have, I believe, a 8-point advantage over James Bald, I think. And we will check that very shortly. But this is really going to hurt Sean Galligan a lot. But here's the way they finished. Matthew Rodriguez, Robert Band, Steve Marsh, Kenny McCurry, Chad Skinner, Philip Stiller, Wyatt Johnston, Lisa Shears, Arnold Columbia, and Adam Rose. That's the top 10. Alex Filter, James Bald, Patrick Scroggins, Adam Chambers, Christian Janes. That's the top 15. Then the rest of the cars that finished on the racetrack were Timmy Pacioli, John Worry, Alex Band, Logan Wilson, Mark George, Anthony McCurry, Nick Eggleston, and Cody Poe. Everybody else out of the race, most notably Sean Galligan, retires 27th for today's race out of this event. Also, some other Chase contenders that retired from the race. Noel Stiller finishes in 31st. Also, Dougie Shears in 36th. He was also retired near the beginning of this race, and you can find where you were. If you finished out of this race, you can find where you finished. But this is going to be very interesting to see what the points look like heading into the next race. And we still have Phoenix to finish off here in the Snickers Cup Series. I hope you'll tune in for that. The point standings are coming up next, and then we have the Snickers Cup Series race here, and then it's all going to come into play at the Ford Championship race weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. Hope to see you there. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Sports Channel, now merged with the NCG MRS.